undercoat number 2 on the sides. So we are still on undercoat. However, I did it on my own virtually in 3 hours this morning because Jamie had to go off, and he is still going. I left him the stern to do. How you doing, love?
All right.
Enjoying your little painting? So good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning and we're just off for a dog walk. Yesterday we managed to put we finished off 2 layers of undercoat. So it's a rest day today. We are exhausted and the dogs are loving your little sit in the sunshine. You are, aren't you? You're a good girl. And Momo's, guess where Momo's is? Underneath, out on the sun, on our little patch of garden, which we rather like, I have to say. Moved the buckets of lavender, as we had to because we were painting, and we've now got this to do. This is where our little girl is happiest. She doesn't get enough of this, but she absolutely would do this all day. At least when she was younger she would. And she brings it back to you and everything. Lovely to see. Where have we just been?
We've been to the optician, Sally. I've got my new glasses. I can see you perfectly.
Yeah. So here we are. New glasses. You're going to give everybody a little twirl, love. Aren't they lovely? So we are just having a little Saturday afternoon drinky poos next to our boat in our sun lounges, which makes a change.
Puppy, come on.
Hey, Babs.
Sit down. Mind you. Oh.
So this is the intricate bit, to be fair, and the last bit we will be doing, we're getting a new one of those. What are they called? Canaline
Control panel.
Control panels. We're getting a new one of those. We've ordered one of them because this one doesn't work, and the only bits, as you can see, with one coat are the doors, but we have to do that when the doggies, and a cup of tea for my husband, when the doggies are inside. So I think for now that's us done. And hopefully we shall get some help next week to turn this baby into a white, fat yacht.
Madam. Gristle of steak, certainly. Come and get it through the hatch. Come on. There you go.
Bit of steak gristle. So tonight we are cooking a veggie moussaka. The good news is I can actually see because I have my new glasses on. So number one thing to do is prep the veggies. Doing it. start the sauce. Frying the pepper and the onion with salt and pepper. Aubergines baking in the oven. Browning nicely. So I've added the tomato puree, the cinnamon and the garlic, and there was something else I forgot. And we're stirring that around. So we've added the red lentils, the Worcester sauce, the vegetable stock paste and chopped tomatoes. And we've added some water. Now we're going to let everything simmer, bring to a boil and simmer it for 20 minutes. Just making the garlic bread. This is olive oil and garlic, which I'm going to smear over the top of my ciabatta, sliced ciabatta. Very important when you're cooking to drink a glass of fizz. And a bit more while it's sizzling. A bit of rocket side salad with my homemade balsamic dressing. If you want to know the recipe, just send me a comment. So we're layering up slightly overcooked aubergines, but don't tell hubby. So layered up the moussaka, vegetable moussaka, with creme fraiche and parmesan cheese. Just going to pop it in the oven to brown up. And here are our moussakas. Not looking too bad. I'll let you know how they go. United with rocket salad. Looking all right. Well, can you see that rain? I reckon it's washed all the paint off our boat. So good morning everybody. It is Tuesday and it's the last day of Jamie's holiday. And we have Joe with us today helping us to get some more coats on this boat. It's going to take a while because each time you do a layer of paint, you've got to sand it down to make it flat, etc, etc. But we're sort of learning that you can put as much into it or as little into it as you want the final result to be. So anyway, I've just gone out because we need some bits and bobs from the supermarket for lunch. My part is the painting bit, which I suspect I shall need to do when I get back. And I've left both Joe and Jamie with the machines, sand machining the side of the boat, the undercoat down. So next will be the first coat of gloss. So we shall keep you posted and stand by for some hopefully okay results. Good afternoon everybody. It is Tuesday afternoon and we have this morning managed to put the first coat of gloss on our undercoat. Joe did this end, which I'll show you. This is Joe's work. So you can see it all looks a bit, we've got boxes around and all sorts, but we've got the new control panel has arrived and that will be put in after we finish glossing for obvious reasons. And you see that lovely shine to the stone. And this is what Jamie and I worked on today. I don't know if you can see the shine in this video, but basically we rolled it first and then we did something called laying off, where you bring a brush down to get rid of all the bubbles. And if we go to the top end, hubby on his last day off is sanding the bow. How you doing, love?
All right, thank you.
And then that will get a coat of gloss as well. So it's all happening and it's all looking good. And in fact, I have got somebody to come and have a look at these doors because sadly they are not working as they should. And I think we'll probably replace them with some UPVC doors, I'm not sure yet, or something similar. But Chappie's coming to have a look tomorrow to give me a quote. While hubby is outside doing some painting, I'm going to paint a little bit more inside, and I'm going to chalk paint the inners of this wood just to lighten it up a bit, and the inners of this as well, so it just takes away too much wood That's if I can get to it, mind. What do you think, Raph? Mees? Good idea? I've been cracking the whip and hubby is just putting the gloss on the bow. How you doing, love?
Yeah.
I like to get as much out of my men before they go back to work. I like to see them doing a bit of
Your men.
my men, bit of hard work. And we're going to do white decking that we need to order the paint for, don't we, darling? That little bit that you can see with doggy thing on, Jamie's going to do last
That was
because
cats, not dogs.
somebody's cat. We're going to paint last because otherwise he gets it all over his feet as he comes out.
However, if the cat wants to get on tonight, it'll be stuck there forever.
It will be stuck there forever. Well done, sweetheart. Done really well. Lovely little glossy look to it all. I should be doing the second coat tomorrow. Hello, Elsa. So we're just screwing in the new control panel, but the third screw won't go in for some reason. So we've just changed the boat round, so we're now bow the other direction, and my job tomorrow will be to sand this all back again and paint the first coat of gloss this side. But the good news is the other side's done and the bow and the stern are both done as well. So that will just leave the roof. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday and it's dry. So I'm just taking the doggies out and Jamie's gone off today. He's away for the night, leaving me to do the final coat of second gloss coat on the side of our beautiful boat. Don't know if any of you were watching the match last night, the Wimbledon match, but it was cracking entertainment. And bless him, while I was watching that, which I said I had to watch, he put on the second coat after preparing with a sander earlier on in the day after his work, and was completely shattered. Finished it about 9:30, just before the match finished, and so we've got to leave it to dry, and then I shall tack it down after abrading lightly and finish the side off, and then we've just got the roof to go. So what are my thoughts on doing your own painting on your boat? Well, we didn't exactly have a choice because the budget wouldn't stretch to polytunnels and professionals anymore. So we decided to do it ourselves, but it has been absolutely back-breaking work for both of us, more so Jamie because he's done all the preparation. But funnily enough, very satisfying, particularly if you're going from a dark grey to a white, which is what I wanted. The story behind the white paint, or the white boat, is that it was the first boat we saw that I absolutely fell in love with. It was called Alchemy, and it was on Apollo Duck when we first started looking for boats, and I absolutely adored it, and the look of it and everything else. You have to look it up sometime and you'll see why we've gone white. And I made Jamie promise me that if we got a boat, didn't matter what the colour was, that's what I wanted on the outside, and that is what we are striving to achieve. To finish off the story of Alchemy, we couldn't get it because we were jumping a little bit too early and hadn't sold the house. So we lost out, sadly. We could have put a hefty deposit on it, but we didn't know what was going to happen. And besides, she was a little bit, in our view, too big. She was a 68 or 69 foot by 12 and a half. And we knew that really she was designed for rivers, and that wasn't what we were looking for at the time. So reluctantly, that was one that slipped the net, but I got my promise all the same. So let's show you our progress today. Actually, there's not much progress that you can see. However, Joe and I have been hard at work, and we have sanded, machine and hand sanded, the whole of the roof, and we have fur tanged it along the edges here and on any rust spots, like there and there. Leave that on overnight and ready to undercoat in the morning, and luckily we have a dry night. I really need my sunglasses on for this, but you'll see why in a second. So, second and final layer of gloss paint on the side this afternoon, and Joe's managed to do the first coat of undercoat on the roof. So she's finally looking like my big fat yacht. We are almost there. And these hands are not beauty therapist hands anymore. They are workers' hands.